Hi everybody, this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. So I had a lady ask me to share with you guys how I paper piece. I'm not very good at tutorials. Don't really have a great setup for a tutorial. I'm going to try to make it as short as possible, so I did get a head start. So this is what I do when I paper piece. And Sharon, if you're watching, this was basically a video for you. I have my image here that I've already colored up. Anything that I wanted to color before I paper piece, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paper piece her dress and her headband. The shoes I did not color. I forgot to color those, but I will color them later. So this is what I do. I have her all cut out and she's all colored up and she's ready for it to be paper pieced. So what I do is I take the stamp and I stamp out on the pattern paper. So you can see her dress. That's basically what I want. I don't care about how the face stamped out. I basically wanted her apron is going to be the green polka dots. Okay. And then I stamped out on this flower paper the same thing, because the back side of her dress is going to be this pattern for her dress. Okay, so let's get started. I have my fussy cut scissors here, and basically, Sharon, I'm going to try to cut just her dress out of this pattern paper. So we get started, and I'm just going to do the bottom half, and hopefully you can see this. Like I said, I'm not very good at tutorials. I don't think I've ever really actually done one. I have to have this paper towards me so I can see. So I cut the legs off and I rounded the bottom of the dress. And now we're going to go up the dress. I am going to add her hand in here for now, but it will not stay in here, okay? So I'm going to cut off the top of her head. But I'm going to save it because I need to cut out that bandana. All right, so now I'm going to cut here. And this is going to be like where her neck area is. And the frosting bag is actually going to be, I'm going to cut that out as well. And that is going to be white or pink as I have it. Okay, so all right, so there we have basically the dress, and we have the frosting bag. So what I want to do is I need to have the frosting bag, but I need to also have this sleeve of her dress, right? So I'm going to cut out the sleeve of the dress, and I'm going to eliminate the frosting bag. Okay, it's very precise. Fussy cutting is basically what paper piecing is, Sharon. So I'm trying to cut out the frosting bag because I just want the shoulder and the part of her dress. Okay. Okay. So I have just that piece right there, and that's going to be the shoulder on this side. Let me flip it over. It's real tiny, so you have to, you know, flip it over there. So that's basically going to be there. Now I need this bottom portion of her dress, so we are going to go down here, the pocket. And I'm sorry if you can't really see very well, but I'll show you the piece after I get it cut. Okay. And then we're going to go up this side. I do want that sleeve as well, okay? So I need to come across here and back up this way. And this will give me the bottom part of her dress, okay? This is going to be the bottom part, and I'm trying to get it so you guys can see it, right? But I have to cut her hand out. I don't want the hand in there because it has the pattern color on it. So now I have to take the scissors and carefully cut this hand part out. This really, I don't do a lot of fussy cut, a lot of paper piecing if it's small areas, especially because my hands with the arthritis, I have a hard time holding these scissors. So I cut out one little part where her hand's going to be. And then this little part, again, needs to come around her finger area. Okay, so now I have this. Okay, and this is going to fit just down here, and her hand is going to go right in where I cut that out. Okay, what I might do, because I don't want, I don't like the way the hand is fitting in here, so what I might do, I'm not sure, we'll wait and see. So now I need this side of her dress, I need the sleeve, so I'm going to cut this up here, and this gives me the other sleeve that would go there. And I see here that I missed the neck piece, so I need to find where that was. That's right here in this piece. So I need to cut out the neck piece of her dress. It is very, very tedious, especially if you have small areas. Like this dress has an apron, so and I want the apron to be different. So I need to cut all these tiny pieces out. Okay, so that, you see that little piece right there? That is actually the neck piece of her dress. Okay, and then I think that is her whole dress there on the outside. So now I have to cut out the apron because I want the apron to be different. Okay, so let's see. I need to cut down here so you can get the bottom portion of the apron. And then we're going to come up this way. This is her apron here. And I don't need the top, so we'll just cut that off quickly. And this is the strap. So we're going to go down this way because this is the strap. And I'm going to cut out the top of the bag because the frosting bag is going to be, because I colored that, so that's going to be in there separate. Okay. And then we have this part. Okay. So this is her apron, but I need to cut out the frosting bag, the part of the sleeve, and her hand because I do not want that because those are different colors. So now I'm going to go in here. I'm going to carefully cut the sleeve of her dress out, her hand, and the frosting bag off of this apron. Okay. So this little strap up here is going to have to be cut off by itself because I need to get the top of the bag off. So there's the little top. Do you see how small that is? That's the little piece that's going to go at the top of her strap for the apron. And then the rest of this one. Okay. So this is the apron part. And then I have to decide, do I want the headband to be green and polka dots that match the dress, or do I want it to be the back side of the dress? And I think what I'll do is I'll take it and I'll make it to match the apron. So now I'm going to cut the headband out. Okay, gotta go up this way. Sometimes if it has a big piece at the end, that's like getting in my way, I just quickly cut it off. Okay, so now we have the headband. All right, so I think I have all the pieces now. I'm just going to get my glue, and let's just move these pieces for now. I'm going to take this real tiny piece. I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Hopefully this glue is not clogged. Let me put this pin in it a few times. This is art glitter glue. I just keep pouring more into the bottle as I need it. So I'm not sure you can see that, but I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Spread it out there because that is such a tiny piece. Okay, so I put the glue on the top right there by her neck. And I have the piece in my finger. But I'm going to get my tweezers. And I'm going to hold this piece and put it right there. Okay, that's part of her dress. Now let's do the sleeve. Put some glue on her where it's going to go. And I just put a little bit of glue and then I kind of spread it around with the tip of the glue. All right, and now see, I just noticed that there's a tiny pinch here where her hair goes. So I need to get that little tiny piece out. And we're going to put this on her dress. Okay, and I do see the tiny tip of her hair. And what I'm going to do is just take one of the Copics that I color her hair with, and I'm just going to hit that spot because that's going to cover that little white piece of her hair so you can see it. So now we have the sleeve on and the neck piece. I'm going to do the other sleeve. I'm going to take this in my tweezers. Okay, so now we have the two sleeves, the little neck piece right here, and the two sleeves. So now I just need the bottom part of her dress, which is right here. I'm going to add my glue. I'm going to take this part, put it right in there where it's supposed to go. I'm just sliding it. That's the good thing about liquid glue, is once you put it down, you can kind of slide it into where it needs to go. Okay, so now she has her dress. Okay, and now we'll put on the apron. And you know, this is going to be different depending on the image that you're cutting out, how many small pieces. Sometimes you can paper piece and not have to cut out the little elements around it, depending on the image. This one happened to have that little frosting bag. So, and technically I could stamp out another piece of white, which I might do. Color that frosting bag in and paper piece that back in there, just so, and her hand, just so it's not, right now it's kind of down in, if you know what I'm saying. It's down in, and the paper has like dimension because it's, you know, on top. So what I might do is just stamp out the bag in her hand and this hand, recolor them and add them on top as well, just so it doesn't look like it's so three-dimensional. But there is the dress part, the apron. I got this little piece up here, this strap I gotta put on. Okay, we're going to put this little strap on. So there she is with her dress. Now the dress has the flowers and it looks like this pattern here. Okay, and then we got the apron, which is the green polka dot. And now I'm going to put her headband on. Okay, so there she is, all paper pieced up. She has her headband matching her apron and then her cute little flower dress. I will then color her shoes. And I think like I said, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out, stamp out first her hand in the frosting bag and this hand. And I'm going to cut those out, fussy cut those out and put them over, just so you don't see, because I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but if you can look at this and see, you can see the dimension in here where I put the apron on, and I don't want to see that. I want her hand and everything else to be the same level. So I think that's what I'll do. So, Sharon, this is what I do real quick. Hopefully I can do this quickly. I have a piece of white paper down here in my drawer here. I think this will do. And I'm going to get my MISTI out. Technically, I don't really have to use the MISTI, but I will. And I'm going to get the stamp. So here she is. And I just basically need her hand in the frosting bag. So we'll just stick that on there. Hopefully you can see this. I'm just going to stamp up that section. And that's pretty good right there. So I'll take this out and I'll clean my stamp in a few minutes. So then I would take my colors that I used, Copics, and we're just going to do her hand real quick. Okay. I think I had a little bit of E11 in there to make her, I want her skin to match. So we got to put a little bit of E11 in there because that's a little bit darker. And bring that color out. And then hopefully her hands will match her face. Okay. And then I used a, I think it was a R20 for the cake bag. And I'm using the R20 because it has pink frosting. And when I do my die cuts, because this stamp set comes with die cuts, when it comes with the die cuts, what I'm going to do is have my cake have pink frosting that she's coloring. I'm going to do the metal tip in the little gold piece. I think that's what I'll do with that. All right, now, so I have to fussy cut this. I'm going to get rid of all this extra because it's just in my way. Okay. Then you would cut out the little hand. And when you fussy cut, it's better to move the paper, not the scissors, because you get a better cut when you do that. This is so tiny, you guys. Oh my gosh. I think I got it. It's stuck there just a little bit. Okay, so there's her hand. And now let's cut out this frosting bag and her other hand. One thing about fussy cutting and paper piecing is you have to have patience. You must have patience. If you don't have patience, you will not be able to do this. See how this big piece of paper's in my way? So I just want to get that big piece out of the way so I can get my scissors in closer where I'm supposed to be. Around the hand and down to the tip of the bag. Okay, where's that gold? I have just a little piece at the bottom that looks white, and I don't want that to be white. So I just want to rub that Copic on there. Excuse me. Get my glue back out. And I'm going to hopefully see this glue. If you don't put the top on real quickly, it starts to dry in that tip. Okay, tweezers. We're going to put that right on there. Oh yeah, I like that much better. Much better. Because now you can't see the dimension. I missed a little bit of glue on the bottom there. I'll hold it up with my tweezers. Okay. Now let's put this hand on. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, so there she is, all paper pieced, her flower dress, her polka dot apron matching the polka dot headband, and then it looks so much better that I did the extra for the hands and the bag, so now everything is the right dimension. And I'll just color her shoes, and then I will do a video when I come back and I will show you the card that I made. Okay, so Sharon, I hope this helped you with paper piecing. Like I said, you gotta have some patience. You gotta have a steady hand, especially if you're cutting around little tiny pieces, little images and things like that. But I like to do it. It's very relaxing, and I like to do it just only when my hands will allow me. So what I do is I take my Memento ink pen after that, and I hold the image down this way. I don't go this way, because if you make a mistake and go too far, it goes over your image. You don't want to do that. And I'm just going to go along the edges, and it just darkens the edges so you don't have any white showing. It just gives that a better look on the image when all the edges are dark and they're not white showing up. Just go around the little edges here, and that's it. That's it, you guys. That is how you paper, well, that's how I paper piece. I don't know about everybody else, but yeah, that's how I paper piece. So, okay, I hope you have a great day. I'm going tomorrow, you guys. I'm going to meet up for the first time with a crafty friend, Crafty Mim, here on YouTube. She lives in Maryland, and I'm in Pennsylvania. She's going to come and pick me up, and we are going to go to Tuesday morning, maybe Hobby Lobby, and we're going to go out to lunch. So I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. But if I can get this card finished today, I'll come back and share with you what the final card looks like, okay? All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a blessed day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.